All right, so with all this rain, this is what's happening in some places. If your septic tank is underwater, and this is what ends up happening, they're not completely watertight here at the top. And if you've got a pond or a lake on top of your tanks, you got to get the water off. And you know, put in a French drain or something to get it off the system. This one just burned out a pump. So if you've got any, and the water is just coming in nonstop. You can see it right here coming like a stream. You got to get a French drain put around these things, or it just won't work. All right, now that we're able to get the water off of the tanks, the pumps in the system are starting to keep up. So the water level is dropping, and the pump is starting to keep up now that we've gotten all this groundwater from going into the pump. The new dry well is in place, and it's working. We have a Orenco riser with holes perforated all throughout the thing, lots of them. And then we have road fabric wrapped around it. Then we've got lots of river rock all around it, and you can see it's running great. So the pump is on, and it's taking all that surface water that was going into the septic tanks, and for now, temporarily, it's going to the edge of the property. So as of yesterday, the whole system was backed up. So we had 4 inches of water on top of the lids of the septic tank. That lid is broken, it's going to get replaced. But the system was so flooded out that they were backed up in the house. So we dug a 4-foot hole here next to the tanks. The risers are 4-foot risers, so the tanks are down at 4 feet. So this is sitting still a little higher than the septic tank. And so you can see we also brought in 2 yards of river rock, which we had to wheelbarrow in by hand. As you can see, running a wheelbarrow in this was a lot of fun last night too. I'm pretty sore. I'm having trouble just walking from doing all that hard labor. All that water's just coming right here on top of the tanks. He chose to do it this way as far as to divert, because he didn't want to wreck his yard. It's a beautiful yard. He didn't want to wreck it. So temporarily, we have this pump sitting here, and we're discharging the water that normally collects here, and we're taking it to another side of his property where it does not come back. And so yesterday they were unable to use the facilities. I mean, they couldn't go to the bathroom or anything. And then there's the switch here in a second. That switch will lift. I'll just mechanically lift it. There we go. And that's clean water. It's just rain groundwater. It's not sewage or anything. The bottom of this riser, we perforated it by hand with holes, with a drill. There's filter fabric on the outside of that. And there is a lid upside down and screwed to the bottom of this, which gives it its base. And so, forever, this pump's little life is going to be to keep water off the top of the tanks.